Welcome back to Stories in STEAM. I'm super excited that you are joining us today to learn about stars. I'm very excited because today, instead of just reading one book like I normally do, I get to read two books with you guys. So we are going to read Stars. And Stars is by Mary Lynn Ray and Marla Frazee. And we are also going to read a little book called You Are a Star, which is by Ariela Avaloso. Okay, so we've got two books, both about stars, but very different from one another. So we're going to start with Stars. In this book, I have some interactive parts to it, okay? Stars by Mary Lynn Ray and Marla Frazee. A star is how you know it is almost night. As soon as you see one, there's another and another and another. And the dark that comes doesn't feel so dark. What if you could have a star? They shine like silver eggs you could gather in a basket. Except, you know you can't. Not really. But you can draw a star on shiny paper and cut around it. So if you guys have shiny paper, or even if you don't have shiny paper, go ahead and draw a star. So I've got some shiny paper here. I'm going to draw my star. All right. Here's my star. Can you see it there? And then I'm going to grab some scissors. I'm going to cut around my star. I hope you guys are drawing and cutting a star with me. So I'm using aluminum foil to do this because it's the shiniest paper I could find. But if you guys have wrapping paper or something else that's also shiny, you can use that. Or you can make a not shiny star if you want. So now I have my star. Let's see, what else does it say to do? Then you can put it in your pocket. I have my star in my pocket. If you have a pocket, go ahead and put your star in it. Having a star in your pocket is like having your best rock in your pocket, but different because a star is different from a rock. Pin a star on your shirt and you can be Sharon. Ready? All right. Put a star on a stick and you've made a wand. It's my stick. Get some tape. My star. I have a wand. What do you guys think of my wand? Let's see, it says, if you hold a wand the right way, you might see a wish come true. Not always. Only sometimes. You never know with a star. You can give a star to a friend, but never give away the one you keep in your pocket. You need to know that it is there. Some days you will feel shiny as a star. If you've done something important, people may even call you a star. But some days you don't feel so shiny. Those days, it is good to reach for the one in your pocket. If you ever lose your star, you can draw another one. Should I draw another one? There we go. Got another star. All right, I could even draw a star back here. There's my star. or you can find one. There are places, moss where you might see fairies, are sometimes made of green stars. White stars in June grass become strawberries in July. Yellow stars on pumpkin vines become October pumpkins. It's almost time for pumpkins. Are you guys excited? I'm super excited for pumpkins. Snowflakes are stars? I'm not super excited for the snow, to be honest. Blow a ball of dandelion and you blow 1,000 stars into the sky. Look at all those stars, all those petals when you blow dandelion. Those are all seeds and you're planting a whole bunch more dandelion. A button can have a star on it. And if you always brush your teeth, someone might give you a red or green or blue or gold or silver star. There might be a star on the calendar to mark a special day. But stars that come with night, for those, you have to wait for night. You need some dark to see them. It may help to have pajamas. Look at all those different pajamas. Which pajamas do you guys like best? I like this kid just wrapped in a whole blanket. This one's got jeans on, which is a kind of weird pajamas, but I guess that's okay. Then you look up. Almost always you will find one. And another, and another, and another, and another. And if sometimes you can't see them, they're still there. Every night, everywhere. We've got all kinds of stars. Like you can kind of see here, we've got 3 stars in a row. I'm not sure. So, those are our stars in the sky. So that was Stars. Remember, that was by Mary Lynn Ray and Marla Frazee. Now we are going to read about how you are a star by Ariela Avaloso. Okay? Are you guys ready? You are a star. The world is a big and varied place. There are so many things to be and do. Look at all those things. All those shadows. Sometimes you can feel a little bit lost. Have you guys ever been lost before? But don't worry. Take it slow and try new things. Our star is a snail. Try to find your own voice. And the life that suits you best. What do you guys think? Do you think the shoe life would be good for you? I think he looks kind of silly as a shoe. Learn what you like doing and what you don't. Be there for others, but don't let anyone put you down. Appreciate those you love and treat yourself nicely. Always remember that you are a star and you'll soon find your place in the world. So I hope you guys are all able to find your place in the world and remember that you are a star. So we are going to try to see if when I turn the lights off, we're going to try to put a constellation on our wall back here. But before I show you how we're going to make our constellation, do you guys know what a constellation is? So constellations are shapes in the sky, right? Sometimes, a lot of times when I ask this question, people say, the Big Dipper. And the Big Dipper, what's weird about the Big Dipper is it's actually not a constellation. The Big Dipper is an asterism, which means it's a smaller pattern inside of a constellation. And so the Big Dipper is inside of Ursa Major, And the Little Dipper is in Ursa Minor. The Big Dipper points us to a star that is in the Little Dipper, Ursa Minor. It's called Polaris, and we also more commonly refer to it as our North Star. And so the North Star is not important because it's the brightest, but it is important because it always stays in the same place, which means if we know how to find the North Star, we can never get lost, which is pretty cool. So let's see if we can make our own Ursa Minor on our wall, okay? Are you guys ready? What do we have to do? It's science time, so snap! That didn't work. I'm not in my science stuff. Let's try it again. Snap! Okay, so now that I am in my lab gear and ready for our science, I'm going to be making a constellation tube. So basically, I just need a toilet paper roll, some construction paper. I have a printout that tells me where to dot, but you don't really need it if you don't want it. You can just look, and then also a needle or something else that's sharp. And so what we're gonna do is see if we can create a constellation on the wall. If you look here, I have my Ursa Minor, and you can see you have your if you think about it as a dipper, this is your ladle, and you've got your spots here, so 7 stars, right? This top one is Polaris. If you follow the front 2 stars in the Big Dipper straight in a line, you will find Polaris above it. The reason that the North Star is important is because, again, it's at that pole, which means it never moves. So the North Star is in the same space, whether I am looking at it tonight at 11:45 at night, or I'm looking at it in December at 2 a.m., or March at 12. So anytime that the stars are out, no matter what month it is, the North Star is always going to be in that same space. So it helps us find it. So what I'm going to do is cut my Ursa Minor out. Okay. And then I'm going to glue it to some construction paper, just so that it's nice and thick. I'm going to take my glue, just going to glue this on. Okay. And I have this, and I'm going to cut a wider circle around my little circle here. And it doesn't need to be perfect or anything. Just what I can do is kind of make slits going in. I'm going to do 8 of them. All right. So I've got tabs now, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm going to take that and my tube, my constellation tube, and I'll put this here on top. Then I'm going to take some tape. And I'm going to tape those tabs down. I'm going to fold these tabs down over my tube, tape it down, and I'm just going to do the same thing so that each tab is taped down. There is my constellation tube. Nice and taped down. And then what I'm going to do is take something fairly large and sharp. I'm going to take this plastic needle here, and I'm just going to stab right here. So Polaris, And then my other 7 stars, my other 6 stars, so I'm going to stab all 7 stars total. So you can see there's 7 holes in there now. So then what I do is when I turn off the lights, I'll shine a light and it should make Ursa Minor. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to turn off the lights and I'm going to use my phone to get a light so we can see if it works. All right, you guys ready? I'm going to go turn off the lights. Okay, so the lights are off. I'm going to hold this here. I'm going to turn my flashlight button on. See, right here. And when I do that, do you guys see it right there? That's real bright. Hold on. We've got our constellation. So again, which one of these spots is Polaris? I know this one right here, if you can see me pointing. All right, right there, that's Polaris. Lights are back. So I hope that you guys enjoyed hearing stars and you are a star. And remember this experiment here with the way light travels through things. You can do that at home to make your own night sky. You don't even really need, like, these you can find online. You just do Google Constellation Tube template and you'll find a whole bunch of them. But you could also just kind of look at one and then stab into a piece of paper or make your own up into a piece of paper and then shine a light at it, all right? So I hope that you guys thought that was fun. I hope it's something that maybe you guys can try at home too. Remember to have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.